Hello and welcome to Investing for Generations, your channel for high quality stock research for long-term value investors. And Q3 earnings is on the way. So many Q3 numbers with so many companies, and I want to give you an update on the companies in my portfolio. And today I want to talk about American Express. They published their Q3 earnings yesterday before market opening, and I will go through these numbers with you and tell you what I will do with my position in American Express after these numbers. And American Express is very hard hit by the worldwide pandemic situation because people travel less, they spending less, they earn less, of course, in an economic crisis, and so also the business model of American Express is badly influenced by this pandemic. And so they missed the estimates yesterday with the Q3 earnings due to lower spending on its cards. And so I want to go through this here in this short article on SACS. And I highly recommend this site. This really gives you a good overview of all the numbers the companies report. And here American Express reported third quarter 2020 earnings of $1.30 per share, missing the SACS consensus estimate by 6.5%, and also the bottom line plunged 38% year over year. Earnings in the third quarter took a hit from weak spending volumes as a result of the adverse COVID-19 impact. Even tough, total revenues of $8.75 billion beat the SACS consensus estimate by 1.2%. The same declined 20% year over year. The top line was affected by a drop in card member spending and lower average discount rate. Meanwhile, total expenses of $6.7 billion decreased 14% year over year, owing to lower customer engagement costs on the back of limited card member spending as well as controlled usage of travel-related card member benefits. Total provision of $665 million was down 24% year over year. So these numbers, of course, are not very good, and in this you see how big is the impact of the pandemic situation on American Express. But on the positive side, they are still in a strong financial position, or even in a better financial position, because cash and cash equivalents were 33 billion, up 38% year over year. Total long-term debt of 45 billion was down 22% year over year. So of course, American Express have big issues with the current situation, with the current worldwide situation, but still they have a great financial position. And over the long term, when these big problems with the pandemic will be over at some point, then also business of American Express will be even more profitable as before. And in my deeper analysis of American Express, you can find the link here up on the screen. I explained the great business model and also the great position in the market of American Express and why I think American Express is a great long-term investment. And here, of course, right now we have temporary problems that will be over hopefully sooner than later, but nobody knows for sure right now. So of course there's also a high uncertainty when we come back to normal. And with these numbers out yesterday, American Express dropped 3.64% to now $100.98. This was a close yesterday. The market expected a little bit better, and so the stock dropped and now have a market capitalization of 81 billion with a PE ratio of 20 and a forward dividend yield of 1.7%. And me, I bought my shares of American Express in April, or the majority of my stocks in April. After that, I bought also a little bit when the dividend came in, but this is just a few stocks. And so my buy price now is not $86 but 87 And my calculated intrinsic value when I bought American Express was $100. So right now it seems like we are trading almost right on the intrinsic value. Of course, the intrinsic value, if I calculate it today, should be a little bit less because the earnings went a little bit down, but still we are around the intrinsic value. And as I said, hopefully sooner than later everything will be fine again, and they can even earn more money. And so I'm up with my position 15% right now, which is nice. As I said, American Express for me is a long-term investment. I don't think here about weeks or months or even years. I want to hold this company really for the long term, for years to come, decades to come, because I think they have just a great business model that will last, hopefully, forever. American Express is absolutely base investment for me. It's the second biggest position in my portfolio, even if the market will maybe correct or we will have another crash. I think it's very highly possible that I will add more of American Express, makes the position even bigger in my portfolio. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, you find for every stock in my portfolio a deeper analysis on my channel, where I dive deeper into the business model, into the business overall of the companies, and also calculate the intrinsic value and explain why I think these are great long-term investments. And that's all about here on the channel. It's all about long-term investment. Find good companies, great companies, and wait until you can buy them for a reasonable price. So that's the goal of this channel. And if you like this idea and if you find any value on my videos, subscribe to the channel and join this group of long-term value investors. We are close to 450 people now here in this community. Join us and you will find high quality stock research. And not just me like American Express, also Warren Buffett is a big fan of American Express as one of his early investments. He bought his first shares in American Express in 1962. It seems like when we look on the long-term chart, this was a good decision because American Express just rises over time. Of course, we also see that they have issues and big drops in the economic crisis over the years, but then they come back and just be better and stronger than before. And this is what I'm looking for. So I think American Express is a very solid long-term investment. Thanks for watching. And if you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel and join me on my road to financial freedom. Thank you. And if you really liked the video, give me a big thumbs up and ring the notification bell so that you never miss another video. And then we will see soon with another analysis of another stock. See you then. Take care. Bye bye.